Hi guys, it's me. So my first video of today. It's my third video on this channel, so still a bit of a beginner. You might not have got me in there. This is my ferret, Fergus. He's a good boy. He's still quite young. I only got him September of 2013. It's now the 4th of March 2014. Pancake Day, yay! Yeah, so he's still quite young, so he's still learning a bit. He's little bit nippy sometimes when he's excited, but he's alright. He's really excited for some reason. Probably because I cleaned him out today and he's got his new shavings he can play in. I like this hutch a lot because it's nice and big. Nice and big. He's got plenty of space to run around and play in, as you can see. He's playing. He's got his tube there, big red tube, and a old clay pipe it goes in, and an old cardboard tube. Come on then, boy. Come. Don't jump out. No. No. Come here. Good boy. Oops. Yeah, this is Fergus. He's a really good boy. Yo, boy. Hello. Oh, stop fidgeting. Stop fidgeting. I know you're a ferret. In there is his house. Is where he sleeps. It's full of hay. He's compacted it down at the moment because he went in there earlier. I think he went in there to put some food in there. Because when I feed him, he generally puts his food in there, and then goes and eats it. So he's probably compacted that down, and when he goes to bed, he'll fluff all the hay back up again. I brought some water up from the other day. I put it in his bottle. That's why the water can's there, and that's his cleaning brush. This is the box he comes ferreting in. I've got to put a bit of hay in it, I think, because it's a bit low. And then that's his lead there for exercise. It's good to have I've got a little cat lead that harnesses inside for some reason. I think it was in my pocket. I took it out. And you put it on, just wander them up and down the garden, which is good. Gives them a bit of exercise when you can't take them out ferreting and things. I made this box myself. I'm quite proud of it. It's not perfect, the little latch is not on centre, but it keeps me in, and it's safe. It's just some thick plywood for the fronts and the bottom, and the lid to keep it nice and strong, and just the thinner plywood on the side, because that's not so much structure. It's just keep them in and make it a box. It's a door latch, and I use a climbing harness clip to put on. Oh, it goes in there, and then you can't lift it open. The strap that I wear on my shoulder is just a red old red guitar strap, and it's held in by some wing nuts and screws at the bottom, and just some staples in the side just to give a bit of extra support. As I said, I take him ferreting. He went ferreting for the first time last week or 2 weeks ago, because of course he's quite young. And here in the UK we've had a lot of bad weather recently. It's hardly stopped raining for the last 2 months, 3 months. So I've hardly been able to take him. That's all the ground's all sodden everywhere, all muddy. You can't put them down because there's no rabbits in them. You don't want them out in the weather either. My brother just shouted about the garden. This is what I feed him. It's called Vitamin Ferret. That's what it's got in it. It's really good. It looks like this. Here. So it's nice and small for them. Do you want a little bit? There you go. See, I'll take it in there. That's why it's compacted down. It's really good for them. It's quite expensive. I think it's £7 for a 1.5 or 2 kilo bag. I can't quite remember. Between 1 and 2 kilos, £7. But this one here, I think I paid just under £40 for it. 30 something pounds. So it's quite expensive. But that I bought late September after I got him. So about a month after I got him. So I got him in yeah, about a month after I got him, and that's lasted me to now, and it's 4th of March today. This is a little bowl there. It's a bit of a, I need to clean up the bottom of his down by here. Do that later because I cleaned it out, so there's some shavings down there. I'll just put this away and then I'll show you some other things. Quickly, you know, I've got quickly before I remember. Got some tarpaulin over the top there. Some tarpaulin over the top there that I put over in the rain and when I'm at school, so if it rains it doesn't get wet. This is my log shelter I built for the logs. It's quite simple, it's just the roof here and then some logs in it and just 2 beams and then some tarpaulin over the front. Yeah, I just did that really cheaply with what we had with us. So we're back in it. I'll just show you what I use for ferreting. It's just a towel there that I use for drying things up. So when I go ferreting, there's some essential items you should take with you. Some people take more, some people take less, some people take loads of stuff, some people take very little. Doesn't really matter, it's personal preference. This is the main stuff that you'll probably need, well you will need, with some exceptions like the mallet. Right, you're essentially ferreting, for those of you who don't know, is you use the ferret, and prior to getting the ferret out of the box you net all the holes, or as many as you can, of the rabbit burrow. So you put the net over the holes. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. You put the net over the holes, you then lift up the net and you put the ferret down the hole. Some people use tracking collars. It's a wireless tracker and it beeps, it sends a signal to the receiver you hold and it tells you where the ferret is. And in case it lays up, which is staying under the ground and it doesn't come out, which you then need to dig them out, so using the ferret finder does help a lot. I don't have one. They're quite expensive, so that's something I might purchase soon. Essentially, so the ferret goes down, it flushes any rabbits out, they come out of the hole, of the burrow, they jump out and get caught in the net. You then humanely dispatch them however you choose to. So, however you choose to, so that might be shooting them with an air rifle or a shotgun, that might be wringing their necks or anything like that. As long as it's humane, you know, you don't want to stress it out, you want it to, you know, not to feel anything. So with me I take a pair of gloves, that's always useful, so if the ferret's excited, and when they're excited they get playful and they nip when they're excited, so sometimes if they're being a bit nippy that'd be useful, but you know, if they're being a bit nippy you don't really want to use them because they can get really excited down the hole and not come out. But that is useful for other things, so if you're jigging the ferret out and things like that. So I take some string with me, so that's useful if you've caught multiple rabbits and you can string them up, so you can sling them like tie them around a stick or something, so you can put them over your shoulder. For that now though, I've also got my friend bought for me for Christmas. This is a game carrier. You can use it for pheasants, bird, any fowl really. And rabbits, you either put their head or their legs in there. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't had a chance to use this yet. We did go, as I said, about a week or two ago, but we didn't get anything. And then you can put multiple rabbits in there and you can clip it on your jacket or on your waist. You need holes in there. I take a torch with me. It's a lot. It's one of my ideas. I'm not sure if anybody else does. Any ideas you have of other things I could take with me, or anything you do, put in a comment. I take the torch with me, which is useful so if the ferret lays up. It's quite bright, this torch. It's got just it's 3 LEDs or a standard bulb. I use it for I've never had to, and hopefully I don't have to dig the ferret out. It'll be good for that, so you can see where it is. But it's also useful for seeing if the burrow is active or not. Generally, the rabbits like to keep it all clean. The entrance is to the burrow, so there's no debris in there, because they like it like that. But sometimes it's hard to tell, so you can just shine a torch down there and see. This catch isn't working. Okay. I've got the mallet, which I use for pegging the nets into the ground. So if there's any hard ground, I peg them in with the mallet, so just tap them in. You have to make as little noise as possible, as not to scare the rabbits, but sometimes that is necessary. This is one of the nets. I'll just undo that, the peg. And the net. This is the net, so there's a ring at this end, which is quite long, down to another ring at this end, and the peg. The net is tied to the rings at each end, but the white string or cord that runs around the edge of the net, that is woven into the net, is tied onto the peg, and that can move freely through the rings, which allows the rabbit to be caught in it as it's a purse net. I'll just go outside and show you how they work.